Finding my biological father, part 2. Growing up, my mom had always explained that God chose her to be my mom and that she chose me to be her daughter. So I thought naturally that I would have this element of choice in choosing my biological parent. So I get the family tree from my biological cousin and I start looking in the names. I'm on Ancestry.com doing all of this research. I start looking up the names. I tell my husband, ooh, I want this one. And my husband said, what? And I said, I want this one. I choose him to be my biological father. And my husband said, that's not how any of this works. And I said, yes, it does. It's because as an adoptee, my parents chose me, so I get to choose my parents. My husband was like, that's not how any of this works. What are you talking about? He explains it to me. He was like, think about it. Think about every family. Think about dysfunctional families and everything else. Do you think they chose them? I said, okay, maybe not. But quietly in my mind, I said, I choose him. And while I'm doing that, my cousins reached out to my biological father's family, and she's doing some research to try to figure out who my biological father is, because there's 13 of them. So a few days later, she calls me and says, hey, my dear cousin, our Uncle Tim wants to talk to you. And I'm terrified. What do I call him? Biological Uncle Tim, Mr. Uncle, Mr. Biological Uncle. And I'm spiraling through all the titles. And she said, my dear cousin, don't be afraid. He's so excited to talk to you. As soon as I call him, he answers the phone and he said, my dear niece, and I could tell that he was smiling. We ended up having an hours-long conversation about my biological father.